pretty shy, but she's not that shy, Wilson, and welcome to my show. I love making content that'll bring a smile to everybody's face. I love making you laugh, doing spoofs, telling my real life, true life stories, and giving you wonderful, organic, and all natural, do it your own beauty products that you can make in the comforts of your own house. I post twice a week. So if you don't want to miss a beat, then hit that bell. So when I have new content coming out, you won't miss out. Alrighty, well, this time you are in for a treat. I'm going to give you my testimony, my true life, real life story on how Christ helped me kick caffeine. Okay, family, since we're all family, I want to give you a little background. Now, growing up, I was never allowed to drink caffeine, sodas, Coke, Pepsi, things of that sort. If it had anything to do with chocolates or candy or sodas, it was on the weekends, and the weekends only in the Wilson household. However, Miss Shy Miss Shy was blessed and very grateful. I got to move out because I was a leasing agent when I was 21. So when I was 21, and actually a week before I was 21, I moved out. So I just had all these things at my fingertips. So I fell in love, number one, with Starbucks, because in property management, when you're a leasing agent and you have a lot of residents. Now, my apartment complex was 1,500 units. Can you imagine that? They gave me a map and a go-kart and said, go lease. But you start drinking coffee. So that was my first experience. And this was even before moving out the house. And you kind of like the coffee. Yeah. And especially when I had the little foo-foo yum-yum creamers and hazelnuts and cappuccinos and caramels, tomato, but you understand what I'm talking about. So by the time I moved out, I started loving, shall I say, the P word, Pepsi. I loved Pepsi. I loved opening up the cap to the bottle and letting it trickle down my throat, and the way the little bubbles used to tingle my esophagus. And ooh, when you have a taco or you have a hamburger or you're at a barbecue, all that good eating, you just kick back a Pepsi. And at that time, with my taste buds being so young, 21, I really loved the sweets. I really didn't drink Coke that much back then, but I loved Pepsi and I loved the sweets, and I did it a little bit too much, everybody, because let me tell you what happened to me. This little, experience in my 20s. I drank Pepsi, and one bottle became two, became three. You understand. And then after leasing, in another job, I remember I would start to buy liters of Pepsi when I came home. So I might have a liter. And then when I started getting ready for work, I would have a Pepsi in a cup. And then, during at work, I might have a coffee and then a Pepsi, especially for my lunch. And then I would go home and I would buy the liter before I went home. And then I would have a liter or so. I would almost finish it that night, and it was just a chain of reaction. Just, can you understand? Pepsi after Pepsi. I was just oozing out Pepsi until one day I drank too much Pepsi. I look around. It's been a year, maybe 6 months, 8 months, a year, and I had this horrible back pain. Now, at first, I thought it was gas, because it is possible to have gas in your back. So I started taking all these Tums, but I did not know my kidney. It was my kidney throbbing. Oh, I went to work all cute one day. Now, this happened twice to me. Happened twice so far, like twice, 3 times. I went to work and I was looking cute. It was the summertime, okay? And in San Jose, we have this dead heat. So it's just like 80, 90 degrees. The sun is there. And then all of a sudden, around 10 a.m., let's say my head starts hurting. So I'm like, okay, my head starts hurting. What's wrong? And then all of a sudden, I kind of start shaking. Okay. Lo and behold, I had a kidney infection. I was rushed to the hospital on both occasions. One time I had 102 fever, and one time I had 103. Oh, no. It was 104 fever my second time. My body just shut down. And again, it was just this numbness in my back, my kidneys. So lo and behold, I had a problem. My name is Shy Wilson, and I had a caffeine problem. Pepsi did me in. So I had to really work on drinking iced tea from McDonald's or good old fashioned water. I would drink other different things like vitamin water. Vitamin water just was wonderful for me. And I really love the pink one. I believe it's dragon fruit. Also, for my for my for my hermanos, I also liked horchata. Yes. Now I know how to make a mean batch of horchata, but horchata was the best thing that I could drink. I love the rice water. I love cinnamon. It was very sweet, but water based. And like I said, I can make a mean batch of horchata. So, yes, my friends told me about horchata. I tasted it before and it was just wonderful. So horchata, vitamin water, iced tea, and of course, good old H2O nursed me back to health. Probably 4 years before I came to LA, I never had a flare up. Now I have to say, I still hit the caffeine, but I have to say, I went over to Coca-Cola a little bit more than Pepsi. I became a bartender like I told everyone else. And if you haven't checked out that story, my experience moving to LA when I was a bartender, if you just click the link above your head right there, you will get to see that testimony. But however, again, I was a bartender. So I would drink things like pineapple juice, bottled root beer, which root beer is perfect because it doesn't have caffeine. It's just very syrupy and sweet. Cranberry juice. That's another thing that helped me out. I love cranberry juice. So it's no problem with cranberry juice. But as a bartender, you have all of this disposable to you. Grapefruit juice. Just different things like that when you work behind a bar, in the gun, at your disposal. They don't care. You could drink as much juice and iced tea and lemonade and grapefruit juice and pineapple juice as you would like. So that was my friend on top of Coke. Sometimes I would grab a bottle of water before I had to go home. Hey, I had my water. So that wasn't a big problem, but I did switch to Coke. But I was still drinking Starbucks and drinking Coca-Cola. And 1 year for Lent, I told myself, I really didn't grow up on this junk. And it really is junk. Crapola, if I may say, on YouTube. But I really didn't grow up on this. My parents didn't raise me on this. I had a 4-course meal Monday through Friday. Maybe on the weekends we would have maybe Chinese food or Japanese food, which was really, really good. A little fast food here and there. Hey, everyone does it. But Monday through Friday, oh no. Even Sundays, we would have real dinner. With the strength of the Lord, I know I can give up caffeine. So that was my thing. Coca-Cola, I kind of drank coffee at this time, but it was more Coca-Cola. Oh, especially with the chocolate. Oh, so a few years ago, I did it. And I did it wonderfully. I never had a headache. I never had any withdrawals. The Lord helped me out and helped me to kick Coca-Cola. And it was something because when I would go into work, the bartender would say, "Oh, Shy's in. I know what you need." And he would start to spray the Coca-Cola, start to pour it in the cup. And I would say, "Oh, no. Can I have unsweetened iced tea or pineapple?" So even my coworkers, they saw a change in me. And I really proved myself. Now, I'm not saying I didn't think I could do it, but I thought it might be a little hard. I thought I might have a few withdrawals and headaches, but I didn't have any headaches. And for 40 days, for the Lent holiday, I was able to give up caffeine, namely Coca-Cola. And that is something I never thought that I would ever be able to do. And I surprised myself. But like I said, I prayed on it. I said, God, please help me. Please give me strength. Because when it comes down to it, just like Dr. Drew Pinsky said, above, among all the other types of drugs, like drugs, pills, and alcohol, caffeine is a drug. So it is hard. Anyone going through it, it is hard, especially if you associate it with food. So I just prayed really long and hard and said, I'm ready to do this for my body as well. Because like I said, I haven't had children yet. So you want to make sure everything in your body is okay. So I want to make sure that everything's okay and I could take this healthy step. I didn't know how long it was going to last, but I can take this healthy step. So all during Lent, I did not drink caffeine and I loved it because I would go to different restaurants and experience different types of drinks like a raspberry lemonade, raspberry tea, different types of flavors. I really got into the juice world. Different juices out there, they have sugar, but the sugar gets you going in the morning and it's wonderful. It's juice and it's not caffeine and it's not coffee. So that kind of turned me on to this beautiful juice world as well. So now fast forward, here we are in 2021. And ever since I got my little tapioca, she's over there sleeping, but ever since I got my little tapioca, again, I've been saying to myself, now I stopped doing this before Lent, but I told myself, I want to see how long I could go with Coca-Cola. You know what? I just want to cut Coca-Cola out of my diet completely. So ever since I would have to say maybe November 29th, I haven't once drank Coke, and that is a lot for me. Now, sometimes I'll get a lemonade. Sometimes there's Fanta, orange Fanta, or grape soda, or A&W root beer. Very sweet and syrupy, but there's no caffeine. Just a little buzz, just a little bubbles, a little bit of fizz, a little bit of carbonation, and it's really good, but it's not caffeine. And I am so proud of myself. So the reason why I'm making this isn't to gloat about how I don't drink caffeine or what have you, but the Lord can help you in whatever you want to do. Put your mind to it, but guess what? Like he says, if you knock, he will answer. If you ask him for help, if you knock at his door, he is right there to help you. And that's with anything. On the lower level, it could be caffeine, chocolate, fatty foods, fast food. And on the high scale of things, it's better thinking. Help me think better. Be more positive. Bring positive things into my life. What have you? I like to thank the Lord, my Father. Thank you for sprinkling your Holy Spirit over me and helping me be able to not function and rely on and need Pepsis and Coca-Colas. Thank you for giving me the notion and speaking to me in November and say, you don't need that, Shy. You don't need caffeine. You're hyper enough, Shy. You don't need caffeine. I am grateful every day. And again, it's also good on your pockets as well. You don't have to rely on buying a Coca-Cola every day. That could get, you could feed a country. So that's why I'm making this video. Because now, today, I look back and that was November 29th. And I'm not doing this for Lent, because Lent did not start yet. But I'm just doing this for myself. I'm doing this for my body. And I know I don't need that crud in my system to function, to maintain. Now, I can't say I won't have a Coke ever in my life, because you can't say that. But for now, I don't really wish to have caffeine or coffee or Coca-Cola in my system. I like being natural. I like going to sleep on time, not too late. I like waking up refreshed, pure. Hey, right now, I grew up on tea, but different flavored teas are my thing right now. I love putting milk in my tea. I'm a milk baby, and I love honey. Love it, love it, love it. Any kind of tea will do. I'm not picky. So he can help you. If he helped me, and he gave me the willpower, that's the key word. He gave me the willpower. Christ, he gave me the willpower. He can help you as well. So until then, don't forget to subscribe and to hit that bell. And please be sure to stay sweet and be safe. Until then, have a wonderful weekend.